I promise you, we are going to get through this without you having to learn what a twink han or a poon cell are. Egg cracking is a term for realizing you are transgender. Like a baby chick cracks the egg to be born, so a trans person cracks the egg of their old self. To spend the next 2 years as a depressed communist puppy or something. In the trans community, there is a common narrative that gender is essentially a collective oppressive delusion, and to opt out is like seeing through the matrix. The argument goes, ideas of gender have been different throughout time and place. Most people feel pressure to live up to some social ideal of their gender, rather than just being themselves. We tend to be pretty heavy-handed in categorizing and socializing kids into a particular role, before they even develop any sex characteristics. Conservative patriarchal societies have reformatted natural sex deviance into socially constructed gender categories, unreflective of the complex inner lives of both men and women, and by doing so, herd us into generic reproductive family units, in an arrangement that serves the interests of the state, its economy, and wars. But all of that is annoying to say, so it often just gets reduced to, gender is a social construct. Or, wow, you're non-banana-ary? That's so cool. But what does it mean to say something is a social construct? It means that the only thing keeping it alive is our collective belief and action to sustain it. In the typical view, you are either cisgender, because you are normal, and fine with the gender you were assigned at birth, or you are a rare mutant, with the wrong brain, or something. With the gender matrix framing, the whole dichotomy between cisgender, as the norm, and transgender as the deviance, is called into question. If gender is fake, and bad, then perhaps we're all a bit more free, and weird, than we think.
Say what? That's a guy?
Male, female, what's the difference? Power is beautiful, and I've got the power.
I imagine any of us could think of a way that we might have been different if we hadn't had our gender expression policed from a young age. Regardless of your identity, you deserve to live your life as your genuine self, unbounded by the judgments of others. You deserve inner peace, and to just be. You are more than a data point of M or F in a government computer. You are sacred. You are the universe witnessing itself. Manifested as a 20-something who asks Uber drivers where they're from.
You can love someone deep inside your heart, and there is nothing wrong with it.
The problem with egg-cracking culture is not that people obsess over their experiences becoming aware they were trans, or try to awaken others. The problem is that a core assumption of this worldview is that you are either cisgender, and so you're normal, or you're a rare egg that will be cracked. In my opinion, both cis and trans people should be cracked, as in, made to question the restrictive and reductive gender roles they do not realize are hurting them, and that they have probably been mindlessly enforcing onto others their entire lives. Some people don't like the gender matrix view, because, well, if I can be blunt, they feel they have had to work hard to be recognized and earn their place within the current arrangement, and I suppose they don't want to believe that they've really just been jumping through imaginary hoops this whole time. It's the sunk cost fallacy. Rather than reevaluate, they rationalize the things they've been made to do. I suffered, so why shouldn't they? This can affect anyone. Some transgender people have spent their lives being invalidated for who they are, and so they cling desperately to any notion of acceptance, even if it's not good for them or their community. Every transgender person alive is one who has somehow made it, despite all the obstacles. It's survivorship bias. Of course they would believe in whatever has seemed to keep them alive. As I wrote this script, transgender people around the world were suffering, being ignored, rejected, discriminated, assaulted, or even killed for who they are. In a situation like this, it does not make you transgender to question what is happening. It is normal to want to be free of suffocating and reductive notions of who we are supposed to be. It is normal to feel for those who want to realize their inner selves to everyone else. It is a common human experience. I think cisgender people don't want to realize how much they have in common with us, because then our pain might become their pain too. And life is hard enough without these heavy existential questions hanging over you. What is the self? Who am I? Do I like how others perceive me? Is this what I want, or am I just going along to make things easier? To please others? Or because I don't believe anything else is possible? Do I really own myself? Did my parents abuse me? Often, we transgenders are framed as tragic, miserable individuals who hate our body and ourselves. The truth is, the primary sad thing about being trans is the garbage way you're treated by others, by doctors, by institutions. Yes, feeling that your physical body is out of alignment with who you are, or were meant to be, is awful. But such feelings would surely be mitigated in a culture that did not enforce rigid, harmful gender binaries on everyone, that accommodated children's full range of expression, and reserved medical treatment for the few that want it. I wish I had inherited a world where transgender people were normal and visible, where I was told I would be loved and accepted no matter what. That I could choose the hormonal development path I wanted when the time came. Instead, I have been forced to endure an unwanted male puberty, to watch in horror as my body slowly and painfully morphed into something alien and unrecognizable to me, burdening me with a lifetime of depression, self-hatred, trauma, and dissociation, for no good reason, ailments that will be expensive and hard to rectify. They made me suffer for their prejudice, and when I became angry and sad, and made the world my enemy, they called me crazy. I had my chance at girlhood taken from me, because I was young, vulnerable, and under the authority of narrow-minded bigots. Nobody stood up for me when it counted. It was so important to them that I become a man, all because of what a child had between their legs. This misery does not have to continue. This ignorance about transgender people will end, and we will look back on our history rightly with shame. Please join us in making a conscious effort to stop assuming someone's gender and pronouns based on their appearance, to stop forcing gender and biology on kids, and ending the genital mutilation of all babies. Thank you for caring about us. Oh, and it's the baby butt. Oh, wah, sniff, snorf, oh, yeah, Fanny sniffing mommy with the girl smell stinkalums.